I joined the church when I was 9 during a revival, and I went to the little church in Teaching, North Carolina, and I lived there 12 years. I came to Princeton in 1941. In July or August of that summer, Clifton Boyd came to my house selling encyclopedias. He told me about the vacancy in the Princeton school, and we arranged an appointment, and I came up and applied for the job. And I learned right away that the Boyd family were the rock of this church, like Alberta and Sadie, Inez Boyd, the wife of Jasper Boyd, and Oscar Boyd. They worked avidly. And another person who inspired me was Miss Powell. And I learned later that she had inspired my husband. As a young boy, he attended RAs, and she was an excellent leader, and she was very active in the choir. The first Sunday that I was here, I walked many Sundays. I loved that church. I thought it was beautiful. In that church was a pot-bellied stove, and there were 2 or 3 benches behind it. I got busy attending the WMU and taking part in the choir, and later became the pianist for it. And I saw a dark-haired young man that was especially good-looking to me that I had never seen before. I didn't know I was seeing my future husband, Samuel Elbert Powell. I remember the baptism of my children, and I remember the ordination of my husband, and he served as a deacon and chairman of the board for 2 terms. Princeton has made me aware of all church functions. I didn't know what it was like to see a deacon ordained before, and I believe the first baptisms were saw here. I was impressed with the faithfulness in the WMU, and I admired the way people kept coming faithfully. I was sent to the mission field, and I was glad to know my church cared enough to send me. Charles Wiggs from Smithfield and his wife Bonnie were here, and they inspired us to send some layperson to the mission field in Korea where they were. I flew into Seoul, Korea. Charles and Bonnie thought that if we sent a layperson, we might inspire another missionary, and we have in Kelton, and ministers. I went from there to Taiwan, and then I went to Tokyo. I was very impressed with the fact that our missionaries, you don't have to worry about their being safe. I've seen God at work through the pastors and associate pastors that we have had. I particularly note the increase in mission activity. I see dedication. I saw it when I first came here. I admire the way Princeton people go out now to help those in need, and I've seen an increase in that with the pastor we have now.